Hi, I'm Victoria Pearson, but you can call me V, and today we are going to Bognor Regis for the day. I've never been there before, so we will see what it's like together. We're going to spend the night in a pub and come home the next day.
It felt like a really, really long drive.
So, we're not even on the M25 yet, and already it's 50 mile an hour along the motorway and traffic all the way. We're about halfway there now. We've stopped at Guildford. Guildford, your town centre, is incredibly confusing, and we've just had to walk about 20 minutes trying to find the entrance to this McDonald's from the car park. Not good fun.
Eventually we did manage to find our way out of Guildford's one-way system, and we were getting a bit closer. The journey went from being 2.5 hours to 3.5 hours while we were in the car, but eventually we managed to get off the motorway, and it felt like it was getting a lot closer. We were so excited to be able to get out of the car by this point. And we finally arrived at Chichester University. The campus was really nice. Actually, it was quite small, quite friendly. It didn't feel as busy as a lot of the campuses that we have been visiting. The Fine Art building was really good. And the students there often do local gallery showings and things like that to do part of their exams. It's well worth going along to that because the artwork that we saw was absolutely amazing. I wish that I had had a chance to film a little bit more of it. There was a point where we thought that we could potentially be lost, but we were in the right place. We managed to find the art taster session, and then we came out into the garden, which was really lovely, this little square area. It wasn't very crowded because we got there in the afternoon, and a lot of the people did it in the morning. And then it was time to set back off into the car to get to the place that we were staying, but luckily that was only a 5-minute drive down the road. And so we drove past this cute little castle on the way, which was really nice, and then we got to the village. I think it was called Middleton-On-Sea, but the pub that we were staying at was called the Elmer, and the beach was called the Elmer Beach as well, and the piles of rocks there were called the Elmer Islands. So I think that maybe the local area is also called Elmer, I'm not sure. But we arrived, and it was very cute little pub when we got there. And when we checked into our room, they also gave us a key to the side door so that we wouldn't have to go through the main bar each time we came in, which was nice. So when we walk in the side door, that there in front of you is the door to go into the bar if you do want to go into the bar. But then if you don't, you can just go straight up this little set of stairs, which leads up to a bunch of staff rooms and our room. I presume that there are more stairs somewhere else that leads to other rooms in the place, because I'm sure they don't just have the one, because you can book a double or a twin room. We booked a twin room because it was just me and my son going there today. And so that light automatically comes on when you go into the hallway, so that you don't have to fiddle about with light switches, which is quite handy. And then this here was our room, in room number 6. And it was a super cute little room, actually. We had the tea and coffee making facilities there, little dressing table. That fan was so useful. The beds are just rumpled because we had already been in there before I filmed this part. The bathroom door was kind of weird. It looked more like a built-in wardrobe door than anything else, but the bathroom itself was clean. It was spacious. It had enough stuff. It came with these cute little shampoos and soaps and things like that. Not sure I would personally use the flannels because, I don't know, that just feels weird to use a face cloth that someone else has used. I know it's no different from a towel really, but it feels different. I also really like this little artwork on the wall. It's a bit generic, but it's a nice touch to have something there to break it all up. It has on the wall as well like meal times and things like that.
The view does leave quite a lot to be desired, but the sea is just there.
Breakfast was included with this room, and this room only cost me 80 quid as well, with the breakfast for the two of us included. Here is where we came for our dinner and for breakfast as well. It's in the pub itself, and the food was fairly reasonably priced actually. There was some nice artwork on the walls and things, and after we'd had something to eat, we went out for a walk to the beach. Now this apparently is a private road. It's got signs saying that you shouldn't walk on it, but it also has signs saying public footpath, so I think we can just safely ignore the private road signs and find our way to the beach. And look at that, isn't it just beautiful? This beach was absolutely stunning. I'm not normally a massive fan of a pebble beach, but the sea was so very blue, and the Elmer Rock Islands that you can see there were just gorgeous. I'm not sure if it was the time of day we came or the fact that it was just starting to get warm after a long period of wet weather, or just because this is a very little village, but we pretty much had the beach to ourselves, which was just so nice. There were a lot of signs warning you not to climb on the rocks, and a lot of people were ignoring them. And this is also part of the England East Coast Path, which is great. And I really like about seaside towns like this is that you get people being so creative with the driftwood and the shells and the little palm trees, and even dressing their houses and businesses up as like a ship, things like that. It was really cute. The whole village seemed to have really leaned into the coastal theme. This cute little church is just down the road from where we're staying. If you walk down any of these little private roads, you get to the coast, and then it's just this gorgeous little tree-lined street to get to the corner shop where we are going in search of a plug because we both forgot to bring a charger with us. We got the wire, we got no plug head. On the way back, we walked back through the churchyard, which was very cute. We stuck to the paths because we're both a bit superstitious about the idea of accidentally stepping on somebody's grave, but we wanted to get a proper look at the church, and it was really nice. And then a little lane led to this gorgeous part of the beach. Now, I probably wouldn't want to swim in this water. It did smell very fishy, but look how beautiful it is. It was so nice to have a little evening walking down here. And even though we were on the south coast, so you can watch the sunset over the water, the sunset on the water still made everything just really beautiful. It is now the next morning. We all slept surprisingly well considering we were over the top of the pub last night. They did have music going. We could hear it in our room. We did expect that because we were staying in a pub on a Saturday night. It's not like a hotel. But the bed was comfortable, the sheets were soft, the air conditioner worked all night long, and we slept really well. So now we're going to go off and get some breakfast. And after breakfast, which was a full English for my son and scrambled eggs on toast for me, with a very panicked lady who didn't realise that I was a vegetarian, we were setting back off to go home. It felt like a lot longer going home because we went home a different way and didn't spend quite as much time on the motorway, which, to be honest, I preferred because we got all this beautiful countryside to drive through instead of just the M3 for ages. Unfortunately, like death and taxes, the M25 is inevitable, and we did end up on there for ages, but it wasn't quite as bad traffic as it was on the way up there, so actually the journey home felt a lot quicker. Still, by the time I got home, I was more than ready for a cuppa, a sit down, and a little lay down on my own bed. All that driving was really not very good for my back at all, and a week later I still feel like I'm recovering from it. I don't think I'm a creature that's designed to drive long distances, and that's why I'm really glad that we made the decision to stay overnight in Bognor. So that was our trip to Bognor Regis. I hope that you enjoyed it. The beach there was absolutely beautiful, although I'm not sure that I would want to swim in the sea there. There was a lot of dead fish around and it smelt very much like the sea. The Chichester University that we visited was beautiful. I wish that I'd had a chance to film more of the stuff there, especially the artwork. But if you get the chance and you're in the area around Bognor Regis, do check it out because they have lots and lots of different gallery showings where all the students' work is shown for their degree projects, and they are really high quality. I was very impressed with them. Join me again on Monday for my next vlog. As usual, don't know what I'm going to be vlogging about yet, but we'll find out together. If you can't wait till next week to see me again, I will be here every single morning in your shorts, taking a great big deep breath, letting you know what I'm grateful for. Sometimes I'm letting you know what's challenging me as well, especially in this heat. And I will also be here on a Witchy Wednesday for an intuitive card reading as well. Until then, you have yourself a magical week.